So I'm going to tell you the story about this one time that my buddy figured out gambling. And so I got to set the scene a little bit. So I was an undergrad, and in undergrad, I lived at home with my parents, and I worked full-time at Circuit City, which is, if you've ever seen The 40-Year-Old Virgin, it's a lot like that, or it was a lot like that, except like the people who worked there were less cool and it was a lot sadder. And so I worked in the TV department, and I made pretty good friends with a couple older guys that were like 20 years older than me, and these guys like had lived hard lives. These guys were like Glengarry Glen Ross, but they weren't selling like good stuff. Like they were selling TVs at Circuit City when they're like 49 and 50 and 55. A couple of the characters here, we had Wild Bill Cattell. I nicknamed him Wild Bill. His name was Bill Cattell, but he looked like he was from the Old West to me. He had long, straggly blonde hair, glasses, not great teeth, but like just like a quintessential salesperson. Like this guy could sell like an Eskimo an ice cream cone. Like just knew how to do it. And then there was G. Hughes. G. Hughes, that wasn't an actual name, but that was his nickname. G. Hughes was like this 5'6" guy, and he had like kind of greasy, slick back hair and these wild blue eyes, and he was also like kind of chubby, and he smoked a lot, like a lot. So like his fingers were like stained with nicotine, and he always smelled like cigarettes. But anyway, these two guys were my boys. I'm like 23. These guys are like my roll dogs. And my girlfriend at the time worked across the street at an off-track betting facility. So you can imagine how depressing this is going to be already. So we would work, and Friday and Saturday nights, we'd go over to the off-track betting facility after work, where my girlfriend was bartending, and we'd drink like $2 Bud Lights. And this wasn't like a small off-track betting facility. Like it was like a warehouse off-track betting facility. Like it's hard to imagine now because like gambling is like more accepted. But like there's TVs everywhere, but it's only horse racing. Like there will not be an NBA basketball game on any of these channels. And so we would go and like spend like $20 gambling on horses. Not well. We were very bad at gambling. We didn't know how to do it. We didn't even really know how to read the speed books, which were like what all the real gamblers did. But this place is like full smoking, like it stinks. There's tickets all over the floor. Just to give you an idea how dedicated some of these folks were to gambling, one Kentucky Derby day, they found boxers that had poop in them inside the bathroom because the guy didn't want to get up to go to the bathroom during the race. So this is the situation we're dealing with. And so one night we go there, and G. Hughes and Bill Cattell are guys who are like always down on their luck. They're always down. They're always like scrounging. They're always trying to find a way to make a buck. And like they're always like on the verge of bankruptcy constantly. G. Hughes, this night in particular, he has had his cable shut off at his house. Now that might not make any sense to younger people. Luckily, there's not a lot of younger people here tonight, but cable was like a big thing. Like you couldn't like live your life without cable in your house. And so like his cable had been shut off, and as he would say it, his old lady was real pissed at him about it because they couldn't make the cable bill. So, like any responsible human being, he went to the track to gamble. And so he takes out $20 from the ATM, and he goes to bet on this race. Now, there are multiple races going on at any given time, and you have to say what track you want to bet on, and then you have to give them the numbers you want to bet on. So he says, I want to bet on track 7. I'm going to bet the 7, the 3, and the 9. Sure, he has it figured out. He's got it. He's going to hit this trifecta. It's going to make his whole day. He's going to pay his cable bill. And then he realizes right before the race is about to go off that he bet on the wrong track. He looks at his ticket and he bet on the wrong track. So he's like, fuck, Sabol, let me get $20. I can't take any more money at that ATM. My old lady will kill me. So I say, all right, sure. Here you go, Hughes. I'll give Hughes $20. He goes, bets it on the right track because he's got this down. He's figured it out. He's going to nail it. So the right track goes off. His horses do not win. Surprise, surprise. Because they never win. Because that's how it works for G. Hughes. Things never work out for this man. So then, God came down himself and touched G. Hugel's ticket. The one that he bet on the wrong track. Now, this race, his 3, 7, and 9, all of them are 20-1 or more. And he bets a trifecta straight. And we're watching the race, and sure enough, here comes the 3, and the 7, and the 9, and they're coming down the stretch. And G. Hugel is standing on a chair, just screaming, "Come on, baby, come on, baby!" And then they come in straight. He hits it. $5,300 on the wrong track. And that was when G. Hugel figured out how to gamble. And that is how he proceeded to then, every lunch break, for the rest of my time at Circuit City, he would go to the track and gamble because he had figured it out.